Hi, this is Cheryl and welcome to my stamping classroom. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cute Valentine card. And this I use the Oso Ombre paper, which is free with Celebration with a $50 order. This is very pretty paper and I wanted to show you a unique way of using it. This is called a Sunburst pattern and I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's see the inside of the card. It's very simply decorated, just from my heart to yours. And then these little pink hearts here in star is from the January paper pumpkin. Okay, so the supplies you will need. I'm going to change this up a little bit. I'm going to do this in Blackberry Bliss. So I have Blackberry Bliss ink pad, and I have Blackberry Bliss. This is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have some Purple Posy, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. And I have 2 sheets of white, which are the same size, 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. Now you will need 2 sheets of the Oso Ombre paper. And let's see, I've got this like this. Okay, you'll need 2 sheets. And you should have them both going in the same direction. See, it's light on one corner and dark on the other, and both sheets should be going in the same direction. You're going to subcut these into 1.5 inch strips. So there'd be 1.5 by 6, and you should get 4 strips out of each sheet, so that would be a total of 8. Well, now you're going to subcut these into triangles. So you'll take your cutter and, keeping everything in the same direction, you're going to cut from the upper right to the lower left, and you're just laying those corners on the track. And sometimes it's easier, so you don't crinkle your paper, to start in the middle. So let's do this and go up and down so that you'll get 2 of these long elongated triangles. So you should get, let's see, 16 of them out of 2 sheets of paper. Okay, so I have that here. Get rid of that. So I have those here. And then the other things that I'm going to be using, I'm using 2 different dies. And this one is from Stitch So Sweetly. This is from Stitch So Sweetly, and this one is from, what's this called? Be Mine Stitched Framelits. And you get several different hearts and all kinds of things with that. Okay, so I'm going to be using these 2 dies. Alrighty, so let me put those back so I don't lose them. So anyway, you're going to cut that scalloped heart. You're going to cut 1 white and 1 Blackberry Bliss. And what that does is it cuts out an inner heart, and then it's got a scalloped outer heart. Well, the inner hearts we're not going to use, so you can use those for another project, but we're going to keep these 2 and put those off to the side. Okay, now I went ahead and stamped the inside of the card. I used an outline from the Heartfelt photopolymer set. I used this, and then the sentiment from My Heart to Yours is also in this. The front of the card, I stamped Happy Valentine's Day, and that is from the Meant to Be stamp set. So I went ahead and stamped that and cut that out with the Stitch So Sweetly sentiment. So we're just going to put these to the side for right now. You're going to take the 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of paper, and you are going to cover that with tape. You're just going to wallpaper it pretty much. Let's see. So you'll go on the outside, and do all the edges and then just go straight down the side here. And I do mean wallpaper it. You can use liquid glue too, but that gets a little sticky after a while. Okay, so we've got this completely covered. So now we're going to take our elongated triangles and you're going to alternate them. So we're going to start with this one. See, it's dark on the bottom and light on the top. And we're just going to put this right in the middle. One of my fellow stray ducklings, Laura Sherwood, showed us how to do this, and it was so pretty. Okay, so this is dark on the top, on the bottom, light on the top. So now I'm going to take one that's just the opposite, that it is light on the, oh, that's not so light. That is light on the bottom and dark on the top. So I'm just going to fit that right next to it. And then I'm taking another one that is light on the bottom and putting that on the other side. And I'm going to continue to alternate light and dark until I reach the end of the card. Now there's a lot of overhang, which is just fine. So you just have to, and they're right next to each other. And it's that variation of pattern of light and dark. So I will continue to do this and get back to you with how to trim it. Now I have all my pieces of paper, and I missed a little bit down here, but don't worry about that. We are going to be trimming this around here, and we can use the extra pieces. So it helps if you have a long pair of scissors, and all you do is just cut it alongside the white piece of paper. Cut it even. Okay, there. Now, as I said before, there's a few little pieces missing there, but we can just go ahead and piece that.
It is now cut at 5 by 3 3/4. And what I did was just take 1/8 of an inch off of each side, top and bottom. Okay, so now we're ready to assemble the card. I'm going to take the purple posy and I'm going to adhere this to the front of it.
Is to decorate. So I will take these two hearts and they will be situated like this, and I am going to use liquid glue. I'm gluing this is that I'm taking a sponge dauber and I put some glue on my silicone mat and I'm just dabbing it on. That is the easiest way of doing this. And then I will bring my card over, and I'm going to have it kind of toward the left because I'm going to have the sentiment on the right there. So just dibby dabby the glue on this. It's quick and it's easy and not as messy. The only thing is you got to be careful of where you've placed it because there is glue on the mat. Okay, and so I am going to put this here like that. Hold it down for a second. Need to get rid of that in case I... And then I'm just going to put Happy Valentine's Day here. I'm going to pop that up with dimensionals. And then to finish it off, I am going to use those little hearts that came from, and I'm just going to use a little one here, just right up here. And then on the inside, see, I got a little mark there, so we're going to use one of these hearts to cover that up. And nobody will be the wiser. And then I'm using a little star over here, and let's see, another little heart like that. There. And that's your card. Quick and easy. And it's a fun way of using the ombre paper. Now let me show you some other samples of how I made cards using the ombre, not the ombre paper, but this technique of the Sunburst. This one, which I think is quite stunning, is I used the solid color ombre paper and again alternated it. And then after I had adhered it to the white cardstock, I ran it through an embossing folder to kind of give it some extra texture. And I popped it up on black because I thought that made the colors pop. And then here's one using that paper from Valentine's that's in the mini catalog, and it's just a little different look. So there you have it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for stopping by and watching. Bye.